Hello, hello. I hope you can hear me. Let me just check. I know I'm annoying always whenever it starts, but I need to check if I can hear myself. I can see the scale of my mic on OBS, so it should be okay, but I just want to check if it's working or not. I just want to check. Yeah, my mic is working. Sorry guys about that. And welcome to the stream. Land of Thor Bedrock. Hi Thor. Long time no see. Might not be able to stay the whole time. Like the last, congratulations, 1,000 subscribers. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you a lot. Do you think you will finish the campaign today? Campaign should go actually to 91, so I don't think so. We can try though. We can try. But how are you guys? I was very tired today, and I was thinking like I cannot make it, but I took a nap for like half an hour, and I feel a bit refreshed. So, yeah, I feel better now. Feel like I have more energy. And yeah, we kind of finally got 1,000 subscribers. We unlocked monetization of the channel. We're not gonna be making a lot of money, that's for sure. But the thing is, currently I'm paying this entire channel from my own pocket, like all the video games I play, all the DLCs, all the computer equipment that I buy, storage space, and stuff like that. So it would be really nice if this channel was kind of self-sustainable, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm really thankful for you guys sticking with me, being here. That's phenomenal. 91, yes, Thor. I think the game should end in 91. Last time my campaign broke was actually around this time. Maybe I was in Georgia. I was collecting some of the last forts, and this is where the campaign broke, basically, because I was playing it for two months. And they've patched the living shit out of the game. So the crashes did not occur if you started the campaign, but after so many months of patching, the late stages of campaign were basically unplayable. So this was the ultimate reason. I'm sorry if there's some lag. It always happens at the start of the stream, and it should pick up the pace a bit later. I have a shitty internet. You received a report on changes in relations between our nations. Okay. They changed the UI a little bit. We have lower tensions with Iroquois. Or Iroquois. Let me check. We have another technology to research with Chief of Intelligence. What should we choose, guys? It's a bit difficult to select. I'm gonna do this one. I think I'm gonna go for civilian espionage. Should be okay. By the way, guys, I started to work on that military tutorial that I mentioned before. That I had you voting. And it will be a bit delayed because last night I did some testing. She's gonna stop for a second. I did some testing last night, and I need like more. It's very difficult to test a game in the vacuum because there is no multiplayer. I need to come up with reliable testing mechanisms of how to test different companies against each company, how to test guns as well, how to test cannons and mortars and howitzers. So it will take some time, but I can tell you that I spoke with some of the developers. I got some data on basically how much we were paying for each company individually. So that's cool. At least we know the price per week. And yeah, I will be working on it. Maybe not this weekend. It cannot come out, but maybe somewhere around next week we should have that episode. So I'm going to try to put a lot of effort in detail. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let us continue. We lost one of the settlements because we abandoned it, basically. I just wanted to consolidate here, and if we check the map, not supply map, we need not loyalty map, we need control map. Yeah, this one. Hey, come on. Game is playing games with me. We're controlling the entirety of Virginia and basically North Carolina. Our job, as this episode entails, would be South Carolina. And we're going to try to capture it today and maybe even Georgia, but depends on, how successful of a episode we have. So that should be it, basically. We're gonna try to reorganize here. We have a lot of troops on in the South Carolina here. We're gonna go a bit south and maybe try to surround the colony. We'll see what we can do, but we need to kind of reorganize a little bit because I have no idea where I have troops, to be honest. It's been like last Friday since I played this one. Here are enemies in Charleston. Do we first go after them? I think we could do that. And these are the guys. Yeah, since you have so much money, it would be really funny to max out your intelligence. Oh yeah, sure. I think we can pull it off. Let me check. Look at this one. We're gonna be paying way more for intelligence costs than our army, I'm sure. But let's check it out. We're gonna go for... Nah. We're gonna do this one. Let us check some of the things here. Printing press. I think we can upgrade that. We have too many troops in Georgetown. Yeah, that's insane, but luckily for us, we have enough money so we can play a little bit. And yeah, I would be curious to see what happens with sabotage and other stuff. I think they changed that mechanic a little bit. I truly hope they change the UI a little bit so we can actually... Oh. Yeah, I guess these are natives fighting, right? It should be. Or natives are fighting the British. Guys, if you haven't and if you like the stream, please consider liking this stream. This will attract more people. This is how the algorithm works. I saw the economy toy. Never mind. Supply house. We're just gonna pay for a bunch of shit here. Renewed loyalist activity in the south. Okay, I was afraid of the north. Loyalists inspired by the British presence rekindled their activities in the southern colonies, leading to clashes with Patriot militias. Savannah and Charlestown. We're gonna deal with them quickly. I just wanted to check construction real quick. And we're gonna wait for the next week to see if anything changed significantly with loyalty. Don't worry, that happens to me all the time. And by the way, guys, somebody asked me about replay chat, and I enabled it, finally. So, this episode, if you come back and watch it again, you'll be able to see the chat. And I need to work a little bit on that lag delay between the chat and the gameplay. I need to do some more testing. Okay, we did something. Let me check production real quick. We're picking up the pace with Pennsylvania rifle. We have so much production points. So we're just gonna... What's happening with our resources? Again, we have a lot of resources. We should not be worried, I think. Let's go to musket and let's go to Pennsylvania rifle. We're gonna apply the full stack. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna climb them up so we can have a quick glance of what we are producing and how we are producing it. And as well as, should we produce some mortars? Or howitzers? We have a lot of howitzers here. Maybe we should focus a bit more on Spanish 55s. Or we should wait for... No, it has nothing to do with you, Thor. It's, this is the setting on YouTube. Like, you can basically transmit your signal instantaneously, but I choose not to because sometimes my internet is not very good. Well, it's never very good, so yeah, this is the reason. But I'm afraid if I make it instantaneous, that, you know, because of some of the lag that can exist, you guys gonna see even worse of a picture. So this is the reason. My shitty internet, nothing else. Contractors of provisions. We can get this one soon. Let me check foreign relations. What can we do with these guys? They need 40 ammo. How much ammo do we have? I need to check some provisions as well. 4,000 provisions. Wow. That's insane. We have 115 wagons. We have... yeah, that's okay. Interesting thing. I think the cigar prices and rum prices are changing slightly. Maybe textiles are not. But fur is always the same. It was like 80. I remember the price. It was 80 like, I don't know, when we started the campaign, and it's 80 the same now. That's very interesting. This is why we make so much money, basically. We get 90,000 on the market. That's ridiculous. I just want to check the next week to see on Monday if something seriously would change with espionage. We're paying, yeah, you can see the real time sometimes. Look at this. Because we are paying so much money to our spy network, our intelligence department. Yeah, this is Monday. Look at this. Like, you can immediately tell all the units that they have. Maybe not everywhere for some reason, but you can pretty much tell immediately just because of, as you suggested to do, would be to increase intelligence costs. But this is 5,000 per week, per day, pardon me. And if we go here, yeah, it's only showing the first day, so we're gonna check it on Sunday to see how bad it is. I think we're gonna go after Charleston. What do you guys think? And this will be our force. Let me check who's here. This is my buddy Radovan. We have Thor, and here you are, Paul. This is me and Mr. Max. Okay, and we also had 2 cavalry regiments that I dedicated to guys. No, I think it's here. Yeah, Christopher and Afotin. Yeah, let's move these guys south, and we're gonna be going after Charleston. Guys, feel free to use the chat. If you have any questions, I'm gonna be more than willing to give you the answers. Yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane of a price. But I think that we need to get out. And where are supply wagons, supply regiments? Move up south, boys. Should we provide some additional assistance? Yeah, I would like to have... Are we under attack? I always get scared when I see this. Yeah, we should be okay. But as we said, you can see real quick in real time what is happening on the map. Oh, hi, Chris. How are you, my friend? Nah, I'm just gonna get these guys into Georgetown real quick. We had a rule before. I'm not sure if you watched my stream before. But we had a rule that we basically... anybody who writes in the chat will get his company named after him. His regiment, pardon me. And here you are. We're gonna call you Chris G. Here it is. Those against to Camden, okay. We'll try to remember that. Just gonna pull a little bit here. Oh, we have something else to research. I have no idea what to research after some time, like especially in some of these headquarters areas, like very difficult to decide on what. This one is interesting. +5 army limit, 2 limit supply, 10% weather attrition. I like this one. But this one is also really good. Look at this one. 20% unit provision and 20% unit ammunition. Yeah, we're gonna go for this one because this one is like 160 turns. This is 90 turns. Civil War. This is my first time with Ultimate General game. Yeah, as I said, I started this practice last time, and whoever wrote in the chat got a regiment named after him. So, and this is all of our viewers' regiments. Like, this is our viewers' army. Is the game still on early access? Yeah, the game is still in early access. Oh, we're getting another French reinforcement army. Damn, we're getting so much Frenchies. Can we start a fight? Let's move up slowly. We do not want to scare them. I think there's... they're getting some reinforcements. Should we actually wait for their reinforcements to come? Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's fall back slightly. We're gonna give them time to get there. And we're just gonna have a proper fight. I prefer that. Game is still in early access, but as I said, game is pretty much a playable state by now. I'm not sure why should they run. And I also talked with the Panda Crowd. He was here on the stream a couple of times. He's a developer. And we talked about, you know, the problem with enemies running away. He said that up to next patch, there should be some improvements when it comes to AI. We're just going to wait for them to get reinforced. We're not gonna rush anything. Yeah, I really can thank Panda Crowd. I follow him on his channel. I've seen some of the videos he posted before, so I know that he's been in this type of games for a long time. He helped me out a lot, so I really can officially thank him here on the channel for being very supportive. We're gonna put our mortars a bit forward, as we always do. And what do we do with our left flank? That's the question. We have some skirmishing potential here. I think they have no cav. I always forget to check for the cavalry. But whenever I'm on stream, like, my brain is not working. But that's okay. Completely okay. We can allow ourselves to have some losses. But this is our viewer army, so we're gonna try to do the best we can. He did a ton of work on the Civil War game. Yeah. He seems like a nice guy. I'm just gonna push these guys over the top so they can check the advance of the enemy. What is not okay with you guys? We're positioning in a bad way here. We're gonna zoom out for sure. Yeah, this is more manageable. Maybe we should retreat a little bit. These guys gonna hold. And we do have additional skirmisher here. Let me check on this flank. We are way back to this flank, so we should be pushing forward. I feel like these guys could be the flanking force. And we're gonna move our cannons, or yeah, let's move them slightly. You can see our mortars are opening fire on the enemy. Pennsylvania rifle. You guys gonna hold? And we're gonna try to flank with these guys. Enemies should have similar numbers, but they're inferior. Okay, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna try to reposition properly. I'm not sure who has better guns between us and the British. During the campaign, of course. That would be interesting to see. These guys could be the flanking force here. Okay, they are exposing our flank quite a bit, so maybe we should do something about it. Let me check. We have finally our cavalry on the battlefield. George Washington, you guys go there. I completely forgot about these guys. My bad. You can go here. Control 1. Control 2. Control 1, you guys are gonna go there and prevent the enemy from flanking us. Do we have any reserve forces? I don't think so. Like, we need to use these guys. Our skirmishers are taking the brunt of the assault, but they're buying time for our artillery to open fire. And you can see how they're really nicely bunched up here. 44 kills for these guys. Not bad. You see the British militia has 140 men. Well, our militia has 150. You can see that what is done by mortars here. They're scaring the enemies away big time. And now is the time for our cavalry. Put some pressure on the enemy. You guys gonna run up. You guys gonna go there. We're just gonna wait for the time being. Yeah, let's charge in. You guys charge in. We're gonna push. Oh, our skirmishers are being demolished. Damn it. That sucks. Maybe it's time for them to retreat. We're gonna form a line here. We're gonna use our guys just to charge in and kill them off. Pull back. Let me check what is the situation on this flank. We captured 2 of their companies and we're gonna fall back. Well, these guys gonna reform the line, that's for sure. Charge in. Do not allow them to fire. Okay, that's cool. And we're gonna form a flanking force on this side as well. have a major superiority when it comes to guns. We are fully planning to use it. Are you guys gonna just run back? What is this? This is also a mortar unit. 48 kills, not too bad. Let me check some central mortars. 67, 79. Because these guys were bunched up here. We're gonna push with these guys here. I'm catching up on old videos. Gotta go have fun. Sure, man. Taking back Charleston 78 before even... Yeah, I'm gonna catch up with the chat a bit later. I think I'm gonna be focusing a bit more on the battle itself. Come on, guys. Like... Oh. You're gonna try to recapture our guys here. Skirmishers will move forward. As well as these guys. And I think we are very lazy on this side. We need to kind of cut them off. We need to be more aggressive. Come on, boys. We did capture our guys, but they're fleeing. Yeah, this is the power of mortars. They're just forcing them to flee. And this is why I always recommend using mortars instead of howitzers. Maybe if howitzers got some upgrades, I think this could justify them. Maybe with these guys we can go around. And we're gonna push our cav. They broke. He broke. Just go after them. Have a solid flanking force here. And we want to friendly fire. Just want to encircle them here. Our cav gonna take some beating for sure, but should not be that bad. Can we move you guys up? And there is an opening here, so we're gonna try to close it off. And let's make sure our guys stop firing. They're gonna kill a lot of our own men eventually. Hold. We're gonna save up some ammo as well. Come on. Yeah, we're destroying them. Maybe you guys can go a bit back and... Yeah, pretty much everybody is captured, or almost everybody. I can focus on the chat. Let's go back. Okay, about 350 casualties on our side. Not terrible. Let me check the chat again. Taking back Charleston 78 before even the British took it in the first place. Just finished episode 8, just in time to catch a live stream. Lucky me. Mr. RGB11. Well, happy to see you here, my friend. I hope you liked the previous episode. And you also deserved a regiment named after you. And you guys gonna have the honor of entering Charlestown first. Oh, this is Mr. Max Christian. Let me check. Then no. Chris G. Okay, you guys gonna go into Charlestown. We gotta move up, or maybe we should try to recover slightly. Yeah, it seems like we lost a single company, or almost. Just gonna go back and try to recover with some of our guys. We're gonna take Charlestown. I'm gonna pay for it. It doesn't matter. We have so much money. I'm not sure if we are losing a lot of money or not. You don't really tell. We probably are not, because our construction is already done. We did not pay much construction in the previous couple of days, so we're probably still making money anyways. Even considering the spy network expenses. But let me check. Okay, as I promised, Mr. RJB 11. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. It's easier to read. Oh, that's great. This is what I usually do with other people's videos. Let me check. Here, I think we gotta, of course, go for loyalty buff. We're gonna go for a printing press, and we can go for... what exactly? Like, merchant stalls? Weaver house? We can do some construction management. 7 out of 8. Here we can go with a mine, I believe. We're gonna finally spend some construction material. Here we can go for, again, the mine, I guess. We're gonna go for provisions. Provisions as well. In the central and the southern states, you can always go with provisions, and... I made a mistake, but I don't want to be bothered fixing it. Let me check here. Just gonna build the logistics here. Last time I played my campaign, I had a lot of problems with army size, but this time around we played much better. And we built a lot of military infrastructure, so now it's not really a problem. Yeah, I think this is it. When it comes to logistics, let me check. Can we do some additional construction in these areas? We don't have to do this, but I kind of like to do it, to be honest. I like when everything is maxed out. Nah, no resources. You just have to chill. That's great, guys. But how do you feel about the current state of the game? As we mentioned before, game is still in early access. So, do you think it's worth playing? We can upgrade this one immediately so I don't forget. And we're gonna have to wait until Monday. So let's speed it up. We're gonna get some troops back from Georgetown as well. We're gonna have to wait for our guys to recover. Seems like enemies are slowly getting some reinforcements. Oh, hi, Ofoten. I finally tried naval battles and they're not difficult. Very similar to Ultimate Admiral. Basically, you board ships and steal them from the Brits. Yeah, that was the name of the game even before. Because you just have inferior ships to the British. I think you only have like frigates. They have like ships of the line and stuff. So you kind of have to be crafty. But I do not know much about it. And in my next tutorial, I'm not going to be covering naval combat. Just because I have not enough time to study naval combat. What the hell is this? Oh, completely forgot about our Frenchies. Guys, we got so many. I think we have over 8,000 French and we have over 4,000 Spanish. You can just move them to Hartford. These are Spaniards here. Our salaries did not change. Let me check. We're very close to replacing French muskets. I do think it's worth it. Yes, minor bugs. Agree with retreat mechanics. Need a death limit. Yeah, I just mentioned before. I talked with Pandakraut and he said that there is already kind of a mechanism. He will try to fix it by the time next patch comes out. And I agree. Like, I think that maybe you should not be allowed to always engage the enemy on the field of battle. Maybe you just try to click, but sometimes it works, sometimes the enemy retreats. But if you are in the field of battle, and if you get the time to prepare and everything, and then the enemy just flees, it's really disappointing. Really frustrating for me, and I see it with you guys, how you feel about it. So, he said that they're gonna try to fix it by the time next patch comes out. So, should be better. But the game is really playable, and like, I also complained about the price of the game, to be honest, if you watched my streams before. But this is my 9th stream, and on average, we had 4 hours of streaming. 4 hours. And we probably not going to be able to finish this time. So basically, you can get like 40 hours of gameplay just the first playthrough. It's insane. And when the British campaign comes out, you're going to have so much replayability from this game. Even though it's not super big, as we said, in diversity, you just play with Americans or British later, but still you can play in different ways. You can use Navy, not use Navy. So I think the game is actually pretty good when it comes to hours of playtime. We have to wait a little bit more for these guys. Can we change this? How about this one? I think I never used this one. Recruits. We're gonna get a specialist for recruitment. We're gonna see how big of a difference it makes. Yeah, I think I never paid for this. I just want to see if our... we're not gonna increase tensions with the natives. Am I missing something here? We do have Pennsylvania Rifle. Why are these guys not recovering? Interesting. But it says that we do have recruits, so I'm not sure. Catholic population in Canada. We try to gain support in Quebec, but encounter significant resistance from the predominantly Catholic population. The patriots, largely Protestant, are viewed with suspicion by Catholic Quebecers. I butchered this one, sorry guys. Leading to tensions and lack of cooperation. We promise that nothing threatens their Catholic faith and churches. We will donate funds to the church. There is only one faith, Protestantism. In the time they will understand this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pay 10,000 just because it's nothing for us. We have 2 million in the bank, so why not? But guys, if you're new to the stream, you just turned on. We have intelligence cost maxed out, and we can basically tell everything they have here in real time, just because of this mechanic. We're paying so much money, like it's not even funny. But yeah, we have quite a bit. We're currently paying 35,000 per week for supply network. On top of that, we are paying 9,000 for missions. So it's a lot of fun to pay for that. And I'm sorry if it feels kind of laggy a bit. It feels laggy for me as well. In the South colonies, it's a bit laggy always. But what I'm concerned here with is that, look at this one. We have a lot of recruits here. But these guys are not getting replenished. So I do not know why. I can pay for this one. Construct production infrastructure and... yeah. What do we get? I think the construction here is very slow. Maybe we can try to pull it off, but we will see if that's possible or not. It's so laggy. Let's turn it off and just go properly back. Having played most of the Ultimate Series games, mainly Civil War and Admiral, the game seems like a natural progress to their game making. Civil War was tactical battles. Yeah, I really look forward to this type of game because I hope they can kind of dip in the Total War a bit more, and this could give us some more competition in the market. We're gonna move Stark here because I feel like these guys are not getting replenished at all. Emerald focused on naval battles, but had ground tactical battles. So this one expands to overview tactics, similar to the Total War series. Can't wait for the final product or the next. I hope for. Maybe now you guys can go back. Seems like they did something. I'm hoping for Napoleonic Wars, to be honest. I think that this game could sell really well. Imagine having like Napoleon, having the British, having Spanish, Portuguese, maybe a little bit of Italians, Austro-Hungarians, maybe Poles, even Russians, Prussians, Turks. Boy, oh boy, would that be fun to play. Oh, hi, Indiana. I remember you. I remember you correcting me with Leicester. I used to pronounce it Leicester. But I remembered it. So, yeah. Thank you for the correction. Would have been fun to see Ultimate General the Nordic War. The Nordic War, okay. I would like to see Ultimate General like the Balkan War. It might just actually happen. And when I took my... something interesting happened here. There was like a small bug. And when we kept 2 brigades here, it did not reinforce them. But now that I got one of them, and now they're replenishing. Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna... we have Chris. This is myself. We have... a lot of guys here. Do we have... let me check. We're gonna be building stuff. We can go down to Charlestown. Hey, you guys gonna be joining a brigade? Indiana, you deserved a regiment named after you for that correction. So, give me a second. Would you like to have a cavalry brigade, a cavalry regiment, or infantry regiment? It's your choice. Next Friday, I fly into the UK from Indiana. I will be staying very close to Leicester. My old man was a Leicester Tigers rugby fan. Had an unfair advantage. Okay. Okay. I had never seen a single game of rugby, to be honest. Okay. Infantry it is. Just need to wait for them to come to Charlestown, and then we're gonna move south. But, you know, you're flying very close to the British, so I'm not sure we can trust you. We're gonna keep an eye on you, just in case. Let's move it up. Okay, I usually name it after people in the chat, just so I can keep an eye on it. It helps me remember people, if that makes sense. So this is why I'm not gonna go the first foot in the mouth. I'm very dodgy with that real American and British passport. Yeah, I think so. You might end up in a prison or something. I think we're gonna be moving here, and okay, wait a second. Okay, we're gonna be changing plans. You're gonna leave the brigade. You can stay in Charlestown, and these guys gonna get out from Georgetown. Spanish 55, we don't really care about Spanish 55s. We have a lot of them. We're gonna group up this brigade, and we're gonna group up with this one. We're gonna get our... Oh, you got reinforcement. Gonna go for melee stamina and charge damage. Charlestown. What is happening with Georgetown? I think we should be okay. I do not expect any kind of rebellion to occur. Just gonna cancel this one, and we're gonna go to construction, and we're gonna give them an officer so they can quickly rebuild stuff. Monroe, New York region, Reading region, and Easton. You guys gonna join a brigade. So we're grouping up our forces big time. Yeah, we're just gonna be pushing there. Savannah would be the goal. So we're gonna split our forces. For the time being, George Washington can go there. I think we also need some more recruits. I have a bunch of guys in New Bern, so maybe we can send them south. Yeah, let's move up. You guys should be able to take them easily. We should have a major advantage here. You are further in your campaign than mine. When your map expanded, I was so disappointed that Yorktown was not on the map. The final battle of the Revolutionary War. Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna change anything when it comes to maps, to be honest. I'm not sure if that's possible or not. It seems that Stark is in trouble. Are we gonna go up? You guys gonna take this one? Jenner? Like Kylie Jenner? I've never heard of that rock band. I like rock music, but I've never heard of that rock band. Okay, we repulsed the British counterattack. Oh, that flank. There's no need to fire. I'm just gonna move up with these guys. Maybe try to hunt them down. They're already exhausted. And also, Pentacrow talked about cavalry not really functioning properly. He said that he will fix stamina as well in the next patch, so... you guys can pull back. We're gonna cover our cavalry. The band is from Serbia. Very hot ladies there. Jenner. Now you got me intrigued. Yeah, I Googled it real quick. I'm gonna check it out a bit later. You got me intrigued. But okay, okay, we're pushing them back. You guys can actually join Gary. We can go here. We're demolishing them, that's for sure. I've been doing some testing with fatigue in the game. And fire rate as well. We're gonna send Washington down south.
Hold the line.
But how do I pronounce your name? Ofoten. Is this correct? Like, is this a correct pronunciation? Ofoten. Nordic names are very difficult to pronounce. I'm not saying that the Balkan names are not difficult to pronounce. They are, but, you know, at least for me. Let's do some construction here. Of course, printing press is a must. We're gonna go with a merchant stall, and we gotta go with Weaver's house. Construction, something like that. I'm glad to hear it. I got your name right. I sometimes hate like how pronunciation works in English. Like, I come from 100% phonetical language. Here, we have 30 characters. Every single character has a single sound. So you can learn to read and write in like a few days. With English, you need your entire life and still not be able to spell or read things properly. So whoever thought of English spelling should get fired. Narwick. Oh, that's cool. Elite infantry. Oh boy. You can now recruit guard companies consisting of highly experienced and skilled infantrymen, ideal to crack the enemy's front line or anchor to a defensive position. Each infantry regiment is allowed to have one elite infantry company in its ranks. Pronunciation works in English? I don't think so, but some English-speaking people think it does. Like, our grammar is messed up. English grammar is pretty easy, but our grammar is messed up here in Eastern Europe. But if you, if you spend some time here, you can easily learn to read and write. That's for sure. You'll probably never be able to speak as close as a native. Like, never as good, but as close as a native would be very, very difficult to achieve. I've only seen a couple of people on TV actually speak decently well. But yeah. Reading and writing is not a problem here. We can go for stables or for a church, or what should we do? Maybe armory would be a good idea. I have to spell in US and UK English. It's a pain. You have to spell? Okay. Spelling for me was always very difficult. I think I never learned it. One of our ships has spotted a fleet. Okay, so there will be basically 2 invasions if I got this correctly. And let me check real quick. I promised somebody last stream that we're gonna go for Fortress, and Fortress it is. I just gonna give you some insight. Guards company costs as much as 2 Fusilier companies to maintain. These are direct numbers from a developer. So guards are not a joke. And let me check something real quick. We want to give everybody a single guard company. Sorry, my friend, Chris. Hey! Where the hell are guards? Is this a joke? So what, we can only have skirmishers then? Damn it. I'm kind of confused here. Where are the guards? Okay, maybe we can wait a little bit longer, but we have way too many men here. We need to move them somewhere in Charleston, I guess. We also gotta pay for construction. Oh, look at this officer. I thought based on your pronunciation that you were a native Dutch speaker until you mentioned it on stream. Yeah, Dutch are amazing. When it comes to their English prowess, I think there's nobody better than the Dutch. We're generalizing, of course, but yeah. I think that never seen people speak so well as the Dutch. I'm not sure why. I think it's good school system. Also, maybe a lot of influence in general. Like British influence. Willpower, efficiency. We're going to go for stamina. For sure. And yeah, guys, spoiler, stamina affects your marksmanship, reloading speed, for sure. We're gonna move these guys to New York. These guys as well. We're gonna get out, move there. We're gonna prepare for that British invasion. We have no idea where they're gonna land. They sometimes land between New York and New Haven. Sometimes they land here. But I'm gonna bet on this one. You do not want to miss position when it comes to landing. Dealing with a landing force. One of the biggest issues with these... what the hell are they? Can we see them somewhere? The problem with these guys is that they have basically no cannons. And you cannot change their companies at all. We have additional guys in Morristown. So we're going to bring pretty much everybody we can. Hopefully, we can rout the enemy quickly without suffering heavy casualties. British debt. Britain increased the national debt for military spending. It looks like Britain is planning some kind of big military operation. We need to be prepared for a serious attack from Britain. No kidding. Just have so many men here. Not funny even. Oh, they're gonna land here. Let's try to allow them to take New York. Of course, not on purpose, but we just need to position properly. We want to group up with our men. Guyano. But once again, we gotta have a chance of having both French and Spanish. And we're gonna have some Americans here. Let me check. I would agree with you about the Dutch. I have several Dutch friends. They can watch UK TV there and have been able to do so for decades. Yeah, I think that's really key. I think the biggest problem with some other bigger nations is that they... Are they gonna go for New York? Pussies. One of the biggest problems with bigger countries like Spain, France, Germany is that these guys translate everything in their own language. Like if they're watching TV series or movies or whatever, they're always translating. Well, people in smaller countries like mine, we never do so. And therefore, you kind of have to learn a little bit of a language. Even if you don't like it, like, you kind of have to learn. How big is this force? We have like 16,000 men. That's funny. I think they're gonna break immediately when they see us. Bunch of pussies. Chief engineer. Now it's kind of a challenge. What do we go for here? I think we should go for artillery engineering because this is something that will actually give us some serious benefits. We already researched fortification advanced principles and draft stockade. Pardon me. This one will be really good because of 10% construction. We're constructing a lot of stuff in the South colonies. But I think that this one will be more useful. I don't know. Maybe go for this one. And let me just check. There is something flashing here. Again, natives fighting between themselves. Let's try to reposition and to engage the enemy properly.
Press the attack.
Come on. Everybody move forward. They actually have superiority here. Because if you look at their men, they have 2 chevrons. This is a big deal. And also they have cannons. So this is why we brought such a big force. Because our guys have no cannons. And there's nothing we can do about it. I have used the French reinforcements to guard cities and villages. They are not particularly supporters of the U.S. Revolution. Maybe it's not a good idea. I think that they're really good in combat. Like, I think they're solid in combat. The problem is that they have no cannons, and you can use them more aggressively on your flanks properly. If you have American troops, like American regiments, they should be in the center because of the artillery ability to kind of fight off the enemy charges, especially if you have mortars or cannons. But these guys could be really, really good on the flanks because they have 2 skirmisher units and they can easily move on the flanks. But because of the structure of our army, we cannot do that. So let's start, and we're gonna see what we can do. Actually, we have some released slaves in our army. African Americans. So this is also really cool. They have exactly the same stats as your normal militia. They cost less though to maintain. So I would usually recommend them. If you can recruit militia, it's better to choose African American militia. The good thing about these guys is that you don't have to pay for them. This is the biggest deal of all. But try not to lose their companies because companies cannot get replenished. If they get captured or anything, they're gone. And your regiment will have a company less next time. We're gonna have a bunch of these guys on the flank. But we also need to support them with line infantry just because enemies have cav, and cav can destroy them in the open. Another problem is that these guys have no these are our Americans. They have Pennsylvania rifle, but these guys, they have Spanish 55s or Charleville 66, which is a good gun, but it's not good when it comes to range. Okay, Mr. RJB. Tip with supply wagons: if you micromanage the wagons with little distance clicks near Indian villages to travel quick and don't spin in places, like when you click across the map. Yeah, I know, but you kind of have to babysit them. The biggest issue with them is that they have to be babysitted. But good tip, nevertheless. I also think that should not be happening. I'm not sure what is causing that bug, but I'm pretty sure this is something that can be fixed, even without acknowledging the bug. As I said, maybe you can give them something similar. You have different classes. You have a class of infantry, you have a class for cavalry, you have a class for a general, you have a class for supply regiment. You could give them like a class of infantry and maybe avoid this shenanigans. Or maybe there is something intrinsic with the way they're being supplied and stuff. So I don't really know. I'm not a developer. I did some coding in the past. I have a little bit of experience, but not with games. They look terrifying. Look at this. I'm curious to see what enemies do with their cav. Guys, if you haven't, I would like to ask you to like the stream if you like it. This will bring more people to the stream and to the channel. So I highly appreciate that. As always, we're gonna put our field artillery front, and we're gonna put our mortars a little bit behind our infantry. it's a safe place for them to be. And what is this? Okay, this is also a mortar unit, so I would like to switch. I would like to keep mortars here, and these guys could be on this side. Just because of the area of effect of mortars. We talked about it a little bit in the past, but mortars, they are very inaccurate, but they have a kind of an area of effect. So if you have multiple of them, different areas, they're going to have a scaring effect on the enemy. And this is what we really try to achieve here. We want to spook the living shit out of the enemies, so they cannot really charge our lines. I would argue that we have better infantry. We have more infantry, by the way. So even if they try to charge in, I don't think they're gonna do better. But they have more. They have more artillery and better artillery. We're gonna go to bird's eye view. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. But now I can see something glitchy. I'm not sure if you can see it on the stream, but when I move like this, I can see the textures are kind of glitching out a little bit. I do not know why. I think this did not happen before. Let me check. We're gonna just push these guys a bit forward. We might lose some companies here, especially when it comes to skirmishers. These guys can go to the center. We're going to have... a line just like that. Let me check real quick. I think it's something with trying to avoid traveling through Indian lands, clicking inside the land, trail wagon straight, but clicking outside land. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's intentional bug or anything. It's just what happens. Maybe the way wagons interact with cities, they kind of get replenished and stuff. So I think this might be it that's causing them to glitch out. But I can see like a lot of visual glitches here. I'm not sure if you guys can. But if I can see them, you probably can see them as well. So it's not the quality of the stream. It's basically the way it works. We're just gonna move up a bit more. We're gonna have these guys as well to kind of form the flank. But it's not easy to play this game with large armies. Definitely not easy. Just gonna hold here. I hope that our artillery is opening up on the enemy, and I have no idea where their cav is on the left flank. This is why we're moving our cav as well. We should be moving some of our line infantry to assist on that flank. This company is messed up. Let's just retreat. Let's open fire on them. They're flanked. I hope they can just run back. We're gonna try to preserve our company if we can. As I said, they cannot be replenished. Oh, they can actually. This is American company. If it's Spanish or French, they cannot be maintained. Can we open fire? Come on, guys. Yeah, we kind of need you to help them. Really? That really sucks. And yeah, this is something that we talked about before. Like, okay, we have overwhelming numbers. And the reason we bring overwhelming numbers is because these guys have no arty. And if you fight on equal footing, you're probably going to lose. Like, if we had like 7,000 versus 7,000, we could probably beat the AI, but we're going to take like 3,500 casualties or 4,000 casualties. And in a very long campaign, it's very difficult to replenish losses. Even if you have the weapons, and we do have the weapons, you're just gonna be running out of men. There are limited number of cities that can actually sustain large recruitment. And yeah, this is the reason why you should always be bringing as many troops as you can to the invasions. Even though it would be more of a visual spectacle if I just brought like 8,000 men to this battle, but it will be very difficult to defeat the enemy properly without good technology. And we're gonna be moving up here. Yeah, with everybody, we're gonna slowly move up. I see no reason why a real world commander would flee a battle. They had nowhere to flee to. Yeah, this is another reason. I also said this to Panda Crowd, the developer. The landing forces should never be allowed to retreat, because in this case, there is nowhere to retreat. Where are they gonna go? They're kind of locked here, and if they flee, they die. It's that simple. Sometimes they retreat like headless chicken, and sometimes they actually offer a fight. Sometimes you can see like a rear guard forming in, and these guys just stand there. They're still flashing with their car. They're easier to break, but they're still standing there and basically fighting your men. This is why they broke, actually, because we got new reinforcements, and you can see how many men we have here. This is why they broke. Because this interrupted the balance of power here. We're gonna stop with these guys, maybe open some fire. Oh, they added French sounds. I haven't heard them before. It's a cool thing to see. I truly hope this game is a success, because as we said, like, Total War is losing its path. I kind of feel they have no idea where they should be and what they should do with their games. I'm kind of tempted to buy Warhammer 3. It's like $30 on Steam. How do you get infantry to advance in columns? By distance. If you order them to go really far away, they're gonna transform into columns. And if you order them to move to a short distance, they're gonna be forming a line. I think they're faster. If they're in column formation, they're faster to move. But they're probably still more vulnerable to the enemy fire. As I said, I might buy like Warhammer 3 just to try it out. I have over 200 hours in Warhammer 2, but I never played it on the channel. I'm more of a history fan. These guys can do a lot of damage, but only if the enemies are close. Considering the guns they have, the further away the enemies are, basically, the less damage you're gonna deal with classical muskets. While the rifles still have a lot of damage at the distance. But unfortunately, we cannot change their guns, as we talked about it before. Come on, speed it up. Our cav is really far away, so maybe they might not be able to catch up the enemies. Yeah, we're just gonna let him flee and see what happens. Very low losses, like about, I don't know, like 500 overall. But 40 guns. We'll see what happens with them. But as I mentioned before, I would really like to see some actual historic title from Total War. Big time history like Medieval 2, Medieval 3 or Empire 2. That would be so cool. And then you can have like Napoleon again and stuff like that. So I would really, really love to see that. I hope they, like other studios come close to Total War and Total War feels threatened. I think that we're going to get some better gameplay. Now these guys actually might have like a chance to go to New Haven. I've seen the AI like try to go here, but let's see what happens. Come on, capture them. I think we should expect additional invasion, but I'm not sure if that was meant to be like 2 invasions or only 1 invasion warning. We will see about that. Yeah, they surrendered. We're gonna retake Hempstead. And we're going to go back with these guys to New Haven. We're going to try to reposition a bit better. Maybe some guys can go to Providence. Fort Clinton as well. Morristown. Maybe even Philly. I don't know. We have so many men. I'm afraid of the potential enemy invasion that can come pretty much anywhere. This is the problem. The bigger you get, the more territory you take, more landings they can conduct in your rear. Let me check. 2,000 hours in Rome 1, 1,500 Rome 2, 1,500 in Empire, Warhammer 1, Warhammer 500. Yeah, I think I heard like that they're not gonna make any kind of wanted history game for a long time. Like I've seen some rumors. They talk about World War One. I think that would be cool to give it a try. But why risk it? Like why risk World War One Total War? How do you pull it off? You need to change a lot of mechanics in the game, and you can have like a very easy success. Imagine like medieval in Europe, in Asia, in maybe Africa as well. Some American tribes. You can do so much. So like early medieval period, late medieval period, you can have so many DLCs, and people gonna pay to play as their own country. Like Korean, Japanese, Chinese, Indian kingdoms, like Middle East. They would be so interested. Like Crusader Wars. Like you could do so many things with Empire, with medieval period, especially now where the computers are actually really good and can sustain huge map. I think that would be great. But they're still like making games that nobody wants to play, with the exception of Warhammer, of course. Warhammer has a lot of following, but I feel like Warhammer fans have no clue like what old Total War used to be like. Charleville 66. This reminded me, actually. We're gonna go to production management, and we're gonna go to muskets, and we're gonna start producing Charleville 66. We have about thousands, and we got thousands of them early on in the campaign. So we're gonna go to this one. We're producing more. We're gonna have actually 2 of them. 10,000 Spanish 55s. We have 70,000 Brown Best 69s. We have insane production. Maybe we should also be producing Dragoon Carbine 57s. Yeah, let's go for it. And we're gonna go once again for Charleville 66. I found the local Indians are fantastic for melee and charge mode, downright berserk style. Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. I will try to test them if you can play them in custom battle for my military tutorial, but I'm not sure if I will be able to do that. I think now it's not lagging. Look at this. I feel like now it's not lagging anymore. There are times when the game lags for no reason. But the lag does not happen before south campaign. When you open up the map in the south, this is when the lag begins to appear. Maybe it's optimization issue, or maybe it's something else. I played Rome 1 in CD before Steam even existed. Like, I played Rome 1 on a bootleg version. I did not buy the original game as a kid. I didn't have money. So I played this one, I guess. Just give me a second. I need to check something real quick. Sorry about this one, guys. Yep, everything is okay. I'm just gonna go back to the stream. I was confused by OBS for a second. I think that the goal should be Savannah now. What do you guys think? I think that our men replenished somewhat. Not exactly. Let's change that. Recruits. Yeah, we're gonna wait for... Oh, this is really cool. When you see the third level, the third chevron, you can give them more perks. Let's see. Elite, superior skills for highly experienced and trained soldiers, or sharpshooter. Efficiency, willpower, stamina, and melee, or efficiency, firearms, and spotting. I think that this one is better. Like, you rarely fight in melee anymore at this point in time. So I think sharpshooter would be better. What do you guys think? Do you have any ideas? I think the sharpshooter should be okay. But Indiana, congratulations on your third chevron. Let me check here. We might go 50-50 here, because efficiency is really cool. Willpower, stamina, and melee are also really good. Yeah, with Thor, we're gonna give you sharpshooter, and Paul already has everything. So this is actually our the most elite brigade. Pretty much everybody's maxed out here. This is as good as it can get. And by the way, guys, your officers get better over time. The longer they spend time in their regiments, they get better. We could go for armory and maybe for provisions warehouse. Yep. Let me check. Continental Congress. The Continental Congress advises the 13 member states to suppress theatrical entertainments, horse racing, gaming, and such other diversions as a productive of idealness, desperation, and general depravity of principles and manners. I think that we need more support. We don't care about money. We're still getting a lot of money. Maybe not as much as we would otherwise, but look at this. Still, we are getting a lot. Oh, maybe it's Monday, so we cannot see. 95 on the market. We're getting a lot of money, even though we're paying a lot of money to Spy Network Intelligence Department. What's happening here? Our guys are kind of okay. In Georgetown, we still have to wait for guys to replenish. I do not know why they're bugging out here. Let's get out and come back again. Maybe this will change something. Because we do have recruits. Okay. Now we're replenishing. Let's speed it up. And we're gonna see if we're gonna get additional invasion in 2 weeks or not. Or maybe that was a bug. I don't know. Lumber mill, no. Town hall. This is something we can pay for sure. Yeah, and I talked about civilian muskets. I think that you should always have a civilian musket in reserve. Just because of diplomacy. New Haven. They're coming in. How about this one? We can do some upgrades. Reload speed. Let's go up and check them out. We can expect them around here. New Haven. Oh, these guys are not in New York. So let's go there. Again, we're gonna be moving up our troops. Fort Montgomery. Come on. Spaniards. We might not bring everybody this time. We just want to have a proper battle. So let's bring a bit less troops. Maybe not everybody will be there. But we need to have like 2,000 superiority in manpower. Let me check the research. Artillery chief. What can we do for you, my friend? We could go for gun laying. This will give us more XP and fortification penetration. It's also relatively easy to research, so we're just gonna go for it. I think it's time to cut the intelligence costs. We're gonna get here. It's what exactly? Can we see it? Just want to see the stats real quick. But it's refusing to show me. How about now? It seems like we get a faster research time. Yeah, project bonus 10%, base 80%, result 90%. Just gonna go to the normal expenditure. I feel like it's a waste of money. We've been paying for it for quite some time. We're still getting more money than we're spending, but I'm a cheapskate. I don't like to pay for stuff. Are these guys coming in? Or what? We're gonna turn this off. We have how many thousands? 5,000, 8,000. We're gonna have some cav as well with us. This force is a joke.
Push through.
I don't think we should even bother, to be honest, with the land battle. You guys gonna stand there? Just gonna wait for them to land and we're gonna kill them immediately on the spot. I was hoping for a proper battle, but it's too small of a force. Or we can actually do that. I don't know. I'm afraid if I bring 2 brigades, they're just gonna flee. And with 1 brigade, we're gonna struggle, so... What the hell? It would be funny if they land in Newport. So we have to chase after them. Are they gonna get wrecked here? By the French Navy? Oh, I need to pay the intelligence report. Come on. Let me see. Let me see. I thought that they made it so that it would be very difficult to stop enemy naval invasions with your own navy. Seems like they won. I don't know. Did they? What do we research now? Let's go for 18 pounders. I don't know what else to research. Let's speed it up. We're not gonna pay for this one. We have a lot of support regardless. Alliance offer. We have received an alliance proposal from Creeks. What do you think we should do? I think this should be really cool. Hey, where are these guys going? Are they gonna land in New York? Seems like they're messing up with us. Let's move here.
Regroup here.
You're gonna try to reposition. What the hell is this? Well, technically speaking, they're gonna land in New Haven, but... Let's actually just go after them like this. We're gonna have you here. These are militia. They stand no chance. She's gonna get wrecked here. Kill him! We're gonna take their guns real quick, and the enemy invasion is no more. We're doing really well, even too well, I would say, for entertainment purposes. But next time I'm gonna play campaign on hard, and I think that I'm gonna struggle a lot. I tried once to play on hard, off stream of course, and let's say it didn't go well. I'm not sure what I need to do reliably to be able to take Boston early on in the campaign. And without taking Boston, your campaign can be pretty bad. Is everything okay in Hampstead? I think so. We have you guys. Helmage can go there. I think we are ready to actually go after the enemy. We can build up this fort. Yep, here we are. Oh, let me check. Yeah, this is our elite brigade. We're gonna move for Savannah, and these guys are also okay. But we are not as good as the other brigade, so we need to catch up with XP. In Charleston, Georgetown is 51, so we shouldn't be afraid of a rebellion. These guys are from Boston. They came a long way. Cavalry Regiment in New Haven. You're gonna have these guys, and you guys gonna move here. Polarski, get there. get out with these guys. We're slowly building up the force. You guys can get out. You can also go to Orangeburg. Yeah, we are here as an army, and we should be moving slowly towards Savannah.
Push through.
Let's actually get there. Native American diplomacy. Native American tribes, disillusioned by broken promises from both sides, initiate their own diplomatic efforts to secure autonomy and protect their territories, leading to unexpected alliances. I would actually like to have a war with the natives. What do you guys think? I think we can make this stream much more interesting if we had a war. Let's go to foreign relations. British Empire. We can get into war with these guys, I feel like. Let's increase tensions. We're gonna have some fun for sure. I've never fought natives in the open battle. I fought natives, they are fighting for the British, but I've never fought natives like that. Are they gonna send any reinforcements to Savannah? I don't know. George Washington.
Charge forward.
Move down south. We gotta be paying for this one. We need more loyalty. Our cab guy's gonna go to the flank, of course. Go for Cherokee. They are in the south. I think it would take some time for that. I just hope they're gonna send and fight. I really want to fight. Oh, messed it up. I really want to have a proper fight, but I also want to include all of you guys in a single army. So we're a little bit too big for them, I feel. And it would be really cool to fight the natives. As you guys said, they're really dangerous with tomahawks in melee. Your infantry regiment's gonna lose. Fusilier regiments, they lose basically to the enemy in melee. Maybe grenadiers or guard units, maybe they can hold on their own. How do you feel about artillery? What are you guys building in your armies? I did not ask you that. I always go for mortars. I think that mortars are better than howitzers. When it comes to field guns, it's difficult to say. But I would always choose mortars over howitzers. And I need to do some proper testing a bit later. As I said, my military tutorial will come up probably next week. But I need to do a lot of testing before that can happen. Let me check here. We have our skirmishers. Look at these guys, man. 3 chevrons. Melee, firearms 12, reload 11. They're better than a guard unit when it comes to fire. We're just gonna push them to the flank. Enemies have no cav, so this is when skirmishers can really dominate the battlefield. We're gonna have these guys form a proper line on this side. And we should be thinking about enemies trying to retreat. I don't know. We're gonna move you guys up here as well. You guys gonna go a bit forward. So if our field gun is gonna use canisters, we want to make sure that they're in front of our infantry rather than behind, because they're gonna kill a bunch of them. In Total War, friendly fire is quite possible, but canister is not likely to be fired if your troops are ahead. Well, in this game, there is no such a thing. They don't care. If they see enemy close, they're going to use canister and they're going to devastate your own lines. So be very, very careful. I have 12 pounder working on mortars. I see you have dropped the idea of pairing companies. I like the bigger number to gain far superiority in a toe-to-toe fight. This is something I'm going to also be testing. I feel like you should not be doing this from my own battle experience. Unless the battles are super big. This battle is not super big, so I think I can manage the units, the companies. But I need to do some testing. This will be also on my list. When it comes to military tutorial, I'm going to do proper testing and see like what pays off and what doesn't. But the problem is, as I said before, it's very difficult to test it properly with AI. So we shall see. And there is no multiplayer, so it's not like I can ask some of you guys to help me out. It's kind of a problem. Let's see this one. We're gonna move closer, and what is this? We have of course, supply regiment. We have some companies here. We have George Washington.
Push through.
I feel like you're kind of inferior. I think that they can do more damage because not all of the guys will fire simultaneously. This is one thing. If you have like a huge company, not all of the guys will fire. This is one thing. The second thing is the enemies can position on your flank. If the enemy's flanking you, they're going to do more damage. If enemies coming from the back, they're also going to do more damage. So technically speaking, you can get yourself outmaneuvered by the enemy. If this is possible in the heat of battle and like can you position that well, I don't know. But strictly theoretically speaking, I would be interested in seeing how it works, how it plays out. We're going to push with our skirmishers a bit more here. And George Washington will be in the center, so we're going to make a line here. Make a line with these guys as well. They have a lot of militia, and the problem with militia is they're easy to break. As I said before, like a lot of people are complaining about the difficulty of this game and how British are favored by the game. They're not. It's like historically what happened. Like early on, British have better troops than you do. Even later in the campaign, they should have better troops. And see the effect of the mortar. You can see they're running away. This is super good against Hessians. If you can get mortars before you get to New York invasions, this can save your butt big time. And let's start slowly enveloping them if we can. Look at the range difference. They cannot fire at us, but we can fire at them, for sure. And look at the efficiency as well.
Ready, fire!
But finally a little bit of battle. And where's our cav? Oh. Here are you guys. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, shift 1, and 1, 2, 3, shift 2, or shift 1. Guys move on this flank. Guys move there. Let's hold.
Ready, fire!
And this is where the mortar is going to do the most damage. Because of the area of effect, they're going to miss a lot, but they're going to do a lot of damage to other units as well. We're just gonna surround them with our cav. This is what we were waiting for. You guys can move up. Skirmishers are really good. These guys have 60 kills already. 60 bloody kills. These guys can also move forward. Come on. We can't engage the enemy. These guys are just chilling here for no reason. Let's move up. I really like skirmishers. If you give them proper guns, they can do a lot of damage. Against infantry, they can be really good. And one of their biggest tools would be this button to retreat. If you're being charged in, you can easily retreat and fall back. Well, with line infantry, you cannot do that. So they can be really, really cool. These guys running away. Can we have our cav? The opposite direction. But again, this is a huge advantage of having mortars. These guys would not be fleeing, believe me. If we didn't have mortars, these guys would not be running as headless chicken. So if you position your mortars strategically so they can cover a lot of ground, you're gonna be demolishing the enemy and preventing them from, you know, positioning properly to fight. I think this is super important on harder difficulties. If you want to succeed on a harder difficulty setting, you kind of have to play smart with any advantage you can get. These guys, let's hold.
Ready, fire!
Okay, we're capturing a lot of them. Friendly fire is real, as we mentioned before. But we don't really care. These are POWs, and they're slowly gonna be moving towards them. Oh, we have 6 companies. They're moving all like that. Oh, I'm interested. I'm curious now. Let me check something else. Let's see if we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What will happen here? They fixed it! They fixed it! Amazing. Well, before, guys, I'm not sure if you noticed. Before, if you had like 6 companies, they can be forming like 5, 1. Basically 1 and 5 behind. This was the opposite way. Now it seems like they increased it, so it's like 6 and 1, and this one is actually going behind as a reserve. Before that, this one here that you can see was actually going ahead, and the other guys were behind. So I really like this one. They fixed it. They finally fixed this bug. I was complaining about it for a very long time. We're gonna be moving as well. Let's just charge in. This is mostly what we use cavalry these days for. You can also go up after their artillery with your cav or their skirmishers as well. But you should usually be avoiding any kind of serious fight with their line infantry. Even militia can destroy your cav if you're not careful. And here we are not careful. There is some glitchy sound. I have no idea what happens, but yep, it exists. Where are these guys? Come on, guys, you're gonna miss all the fun. We are slowly moving up, and I hope we're out of the range of our artillery, so we should not be worried about friendly fire. Charging! Our cav is tired. That sucks. These guys are getting a lot of kills. Okay, let's go there. Push it up. These guys completely tired. I think that fatigue sets up at like 30%, or 40% of conditioning. Not exactly sure, to be honest. As I said, I need to do a lot of testing. And the biggest problem with tutorials is that a lot of testing needs to be done, and there are no data on stuff, so you kind of have to discover it by yourself. And you need to have reliable testing that you can kind of check it again and again to see if it's okay, if it's matching. Sometimes, like the tests, you test it once, you test it twice, you get completely different results. And you kind of need to figure out why is this happening. But I hope I'm going to come up with some really, really cool data for you guys so you can learn something from the game. And I'm hoping to learn for myself as well. Just a question of time. Oh, we captured them all here. Let me see how well did these guys do. 13 kills, 26 kills, 67 kills, 42 kills. Let's check the mortar crews again. 150 kills for these guys. Wow. 48 kills. This is our 6-pounder? No, 8-inch howitzer. So 8-inch howitzer got 48 kills in a similar position as our mortar. Our mortar got like 3 times more kills, basically. These guys, 94 kills. 81 kill. Is this also howitzer? Yeah, these guys did slightly better, 61. Mortar's 93. Okay, this one is 59. This one, yeah, 48. The difference why these guys did a better job, I believe, would be because they were targeting 2 lines of units here. And if you're targeting a unit here, you get an area of effect everywhere, and you're killing a lot of guys. So if you can manually target units with your mortars, would be great. With other guys, with other artillery, I don't think it pays off, but with mortars, you should be targeting like somebody from the inside here. So the area of effect will target all the companies in the neighborhood. This is the idea, I believe. And I would always choose mortars. Even if they do less damage sometimes or similar damage, I think that they're gonna give you a lot of morale benefits. Definitely speaking. Because howitzer would not affect the enemy morale, but these guys will affect the morale. And this is why they were never really able to form a coherent front. They were always just running away, coming back, running away, coming back. And they made our life much, much easier. We took way less casualties than we should. 15 and 10 in the entire battle. We can say they had inferior troops, and that's true. They had a lot of militia, but we had mortars. Mortars are the reason why we took so little casualties here. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much on the mortar team. Maybe I'm high on mortars for no reason, but I feel like they're the best artillery unit in the game. Your howitzers can also do a lot of damage if they are being charged, and they can use canister for sure. 12-pounders, 6-pounders again can do a lot of damage, but you're risking them. You're risking their crews all the time, and you're losing them. If you lose them, especially early on in the game, it's expensive to build them. You have no raw materials, and they can cost a lot of money to build. So, but mortars are always safe. You just keep them behind your line infantry. They're gonna do a lot of killing. Can we try to go after them, please? There is no way we can catch up with them. They're gonna flee. Yeah. Okay, we did it. Finally did it. Let's go to Savannah and properly capture it. We're playing a bit slower. I hope you guys don't mind. I just enjoy chatting with you more than anything else. I mentioned it before, like I could be much more efficient if I play by myself and just upload these videos a bit later. I will do it in better quality as well, like 2K and everything, but it's just more interesting for me to chat with people and have like a very relaxing conversation about the game. It's a way to just interact with the audience properly. Let me check. If we go to construction management here, can we do something? What do we build? I think we could build some factory production. Here we can build some mines on this side. Yeah, mine definitely. And remember, guys, whenever you build mines, you have to pay more for your mining operations in every colony. It's kind of a problem, but because now we're selling a lot of it, I think we're making a lot of profits as well. Here we can go for, I don't know. I think we have enough wood. We can go for factory production. It's so glitchy. When the southern colonies open up, I'm not sure why, but it feels so glitchy. Before that, it's not. You don't have that feeling, I think. We're gonna go for some military infrastructure a little bit. Why not? We can go for also shipbuilding, but I don't really care about the Navy, and I will have to kind of fight manually, and I do not want to do that. So it will have to wait for another playthrough for me to actually consider having a proper Navy. We could definitely pay for it right now. Like, we have a lot of money. Just pay for provisions. Guys, if you have any questions about the game, yeah, feel free to ask always. Kind of older guys on the stream kind of know, but if you're new to the stream, feel free to ask any question. I'm gonna always try to answer, or do my best to do so. Let me check. What the hell is this? Region is not under control. So we are having lower construction points. Okay. You guys can replenish, maybe? Join garrison. How big is the garrison? Yeah, it's pretty damn big. We can push our cav inside as well. Printing press, 33 loyalties. It's pretty low. Yeah, natives are fighting with each other for a long time now. I think I'm gonna just wait here before building anything else. Fort King George. This will be easy to take. Fort Lawson as well. I don't think this will be a major issue, because they are so close. When capturing a new settlement early game, what do you recommend building? Early game, I kind of talked about it in my tutorial. So early game, especially if you're in New England, let's jump there real quick. Oh, I completely forgot about the onset of winter. Let me check provisions real quick. I'm gonna come back to early construction. We have about 6,000 provisions. A lot. Whenever you're capturing new stuff, so like Providence or Middleborough or Leicester, I was about to say Leicester again. Basically, what you need to be worried about would be construction material, specialist report, and also money. These are three things that you need to worry about. So I would usually focus on construction material because it's never enough. Depending on how aggressively you play, you might also need schools for specialists. And depending on what you pick, I would usually choose when starting starting the campaign. You can choose like 10,000 US dollars extra. I would usually go for the money, because this money would allow you not to worry too much early on in the campaign about the money. And you're gonna start off with like 20,000, and you have enough to build a lot of stuff. Enjoy your play while I watch PCN Gettysburg, a program made by the state of Pennsylvania using Gettysburg battlefield guides that lecture from the battlefield. You should check it out. Oh, hi Paul. Hi once again. You're my consultant here. You're my expert on this channel when it comes to American history. So I always like having you on in the chat. There is something really cool here. Is that like in the middle of the states? Of course, the climate is different, so we can see that trees are changing color, and here they're not. And what is this region? This will be Carolina. Like, let me check. Yeah, it's like we're currently in the South Carolina, so this is where the map changes. But what I'm not sure about, will our troops attrition the same here in the winter, or will attrition be different? We need to test this as well. Maybe we can do it right now. We can do this one. What's happening with these guys? We need to take Fort King George ASAP. I think that Stark can pull it off. You guys are gonna have an easy time, I'm sure. Just go after them. They have a militia company. Yeah, I think we could take this fort as well. I think we can have more of a flanking maneuver and just cut them off and slowly take them out one by one. And we're going to do a lot of fighting on our own. It shows only one for Chris here. But we should have like 2 perks. Yeah, look at this. It's very strange to see this. You guys gonna take it, and we should be getting some militia. We need militia to guard these forts. I'm not gonna use my regular troops for that. We could get some mercenaries. Oh boy. Oh boy, I never got these guys before. Let's take them. But they're very expensive. They cost like 17 reputation. Let me check. Tensions? Not too bad, I would say. Oh, we were getting the entire regiment. So, yeah, it's kind of worth it, I guess. Check their stats. This is really cool. Willpower efficiency, stamina efficiency. We're gonna go for stamina. I think that also natives have more stamina than your guys. Yeah, this one for sure. 39.6. How about for these guys? These are combat stats, so you can see how better these guys are. We're actually gonna use them. Yeah, we're gonna use them. But the loyalty is too low, so we cannot get additional regiments here. We need to go to other places. In Charlestown, it's 50, so we can actually move you guys to Savannah. And how about here? Do we have any... We have a lot of generals here. We're tanking quite a bit because of troops capacity. That sucks. We can expand on this one. We're gonna give them willpower and efficiency, and we also gonna edit this unit. We're gonna go with African militia. I think that African militia is cheaper. I think they have, as I said before, I think they have the same stats. We're gonna give them some kind of artillery, maybe 6-pounders. Yeah, for sure. Mr. RJB, in Ultimate Civil War, if you had a 3-star unit and it took heavy casualties, the experience of the unit would drop. So maybe this is the case. Yeah, you're right. The perks return has the recruits trained up. Interesting. This could be it. This could be it. Maybe the perks are still there, but yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, as I said before, I really haven't played this type of game before. I mostly play Total War when it comes to grand strategy. I think I'm gonna go for... Let's go for Granary, even though I don't think we should. It's necessary, but we're just gonna keep checking out stuff. You guys gonna get out, and you can go south to Savannah as well. We can try to reinforce Fort Johnston. Yeah, Kingston. I'm not sure which one I clicked. Yeah, all of them can actually do more stuff. Get out. We're risking here in a sense that if there is ever a naval invasion, the enemy's gonna take everything from us. Savannah, you guys gonna get into that fort, and we're gonna build it up. You guys gonna go there, and we're gonna try to have some fun with this fort. It's being defended by oh, there's a native tribe. Let me check. Are we there with foreign relations? We're not there yet, but we are getting in better relations with these guys. Should be okay. We should also try to force these guys into war. It would be interesting to see. But I think that this game would benefit from like a very basic diplomacy. Oh, it's all alarmed. Oh, this is actually cool. We're gonna have ourselves maybe not a challenge, but we'll be able to check our naval cavalry to see how they perform these situations. We need a supply regiment over here. You guys could actually get here, and we're gonna go back to Savannah real quick. Oh, we can add some construction. We can go with these guys. We're purposefully allowing them to take the forts so we can fight them. And we're gonna do some testing. This is the first time actually I get this type of Native American cav. We're gonna wait for them to get replenished, and then we're gonna see how good of a job we can do. How about salaries? I'm interested. Nothing has changed here. Everything is okay. Yeah, that's it. The perks have been the future in Civil War. The Emerald, okay. Yeah, as I said before, I would really like to see proper diplomacy that you can actually take control of the diplomatic situation, and you can maybe wage war. You can do stuff like that. You can seek for peace. It's not so easy to code, and as I said before, this is a very, very tiny team. So man, we gotta make it worse. We said we want to have a proper fight with the natives. Okay, our guys are being resupplied, so let's move up. We gotta engage them. Let's have a proper fight here. Thor, let's hope the British don't be special and run away. Yeah, I hope so, because they usually tend to stay. Even if they are outnumbered in a fort, I think that the fort has like a different calculation style when it comes to fighting. So usually they stay in forts for longer periods of time. They fight longer, if that makes sense. Okay, map is rather small, and I kind of like it. Let me check the cav. You have 70 men. Interesting. Can we see some additional stats for them? Really? Carbines? 57s? I'm kind of surprised. Because they don't look like they're carrying carbines. Enemy artillery is here, and they have a lot of natives on the sides. We can actually compare native to native combat here. And we're just gonna use our mortars, basically, to rout them. Or should we actually try to charge in here with our cav? I'm being curious now. We can waste them quickly. Yeah, like, if we charge in, we could easily lose our cav, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, you know, be a smart ass and try to charge in just to see that epic charge. And I want to preserve my troops here. It's winter season. I just care more about my regular troops, and these are our brigade basically with subscribers. So let's start. I think they're gonna need some time. Or are they capable of firing immediately? They might be. They might be. So I'm gonna move you guys up slightly with these guys as well. And you, my friend, move there. Oh, they're moving up. Oh, charge! You're gonna see how bad it will be for our cav here. They're already taking some heavy casualties because they're being fired by everybody. Yeah, just like run away. Yeah, we're being charged. Oh boy. You guys can actually go back slightly. We're gonna have our skirmishers. You guys gonna hold, and we're gonna try to protect our flanks the best we can. These guys gonna go forward, and we're gonna move you on this side. Actually, no, you can go there. Do you not want to stand in front of a cannon? Open fire! We pulled back on time. Come on. Okay, we can go to the flank. We might be way too close to the enemy here for comfort, so I would like you to fall back, actually. We're gonna have our cav in this position. George Washington should be there. We do not want to get any bad surprises. I'm expecting my supply regiment to appear as well at some point. Natives do less damage, basically, when they're using bows. The thing is that they fire more rapidly. So they have more chances of killing you guys. Let's move with our skirmishers to the flank. I'm also not sure if George What the hell is this? Are these our allies or what? What the hell is this? Are they gonna fight like some other guys on the map? I think this is what is happening right here. Okay, with these guys, we're gonna be a bit more aggressive. Let's use our cav on the left flank. Seems like they're not fighting at all. So they might be fighting other natives here, I think. Let's try to move up these guys. And we're gonna see what happens if we charge in. We are getting some friendly fire, but they are routing. This is perfect. We're gonna reposition with these guys as well. We managed to protect our flank. How bad is it here? Okay, this is the... Yeah. It's very, very strange what is happening. Let's move up. Charge in, boys. These guys are not losing stamina as quickly as our cav when charging. We'll fall back here, and yeah, there's definitely a company that we need to deal with. So I'm gonna take 3 of my companies, and we cannot fire because of these guys here. Historically, the natives had guns such as brown bess. This was because the British, Americans, and French did not want their allies to be weak. Yeah, I know. They did not really use a lot of bow and arrow this time. Maybe some, but the vast majority had access to proper guns. Our mortars are opening fire Let's see what happens to these guys with mortars. I'm curious if mortar's gonna hit them. Come on, let's open fire on these guys. Just want to see the effect on everybody. And we're gonna be pushing our skirmishers on this side. Charge. Kill them all. Those guys shattered. We're gonna go back. Yeah, I'm curious about the area of effect. Can you guys fire? Come on. 74 kills. Let me check. Oh yeah, we're killing a bunch of guys here. That's kind of funny. But where's our supply regiment? It's here. We're gonna need to resupply our guys. We'll see if we can properly replenish our forces, Native American forces. Also, sorry I missed about 2 hours of the stream. I had to help a friend. Man, do not apologize. This stream is on voluntary basis. Like, literally, there is nothing wrong with missing it. Yeah, I think now is the time to stop firing. Just focus on these guys. Can we somehow open fire? Oh yeah, we can. And it seems like they cannot open fire on us. I'd like to flank them from this side. We do not want to come too close to the enemy because they're gonna wreck us, I'm sure. That's it, boys. Indeed, history is interesting. Kneeling animations, really cool. What's happening with these guys? Let's just charge in. I said I hope we can replenish our guys properly. Sometimes it's not possible. Hey, these are other natives. These are not the British natives. Did we kill those guys? Let's find out if they routed or not. Our howitzer did a proper job here. I would say 60 kills. I'm not sure if they used canisters or did not. They probably did. We gotta move up our guys a bit forward. Oh, come on. I was really looking forward to fighting properly here in the fort. And too bad there are no major forts a bit later in the map. Like you have Ticonderoga and some other forts early on, but later you don't really have major obstacles. And I would really like to see that. I'm just gonna stop firing with our artillery. These guys, 111 kills. Yeah, but now I have to go back and watch the part I missed earlier. For those from the US, maybe not interested, but yeah, you can maybe go a bit later. We did not really do that much. There was there were 2 naval invasions that we had to deal with, but that's pretty much it. You did not miss much. Let's push with these guys. We are pushing them back. And we're gonna try to kill as many of them as possible. As we mentioned before, anytime they flee, we're gonna have to fight them later. So we're gonna try to prevent them from escaping. Let's speed it up. Hey, these guys are a bit tired, so come on, let's kill them. This game is not going the way of history. The colonies got their butts kicked for about 3 years. A lot of running and quick strikes. Not until French assistance did the tide turn, and the U.S. started winning battles outright. Yeah, that is true. But you know, every war is interesting in its own fashion. A bunch of them surrendered. See how quickly they lose their conditioning. It's rather quick, but not as quick as other guys. We're just gonna fall back. Oh yeah, these are the guys from... But I would like to see the tribe, and why can't I see the tribe here? We don't really need that.
Hold the line.
We could go for Fort Augustine, but I'm not sure we should. Savannah. Yeah, let's go there. With these guys, we're gonna go to the fort. Basically gonna get into all of these forts. We could get New Gottingen quickly because it's only one regiment guarding it. Augusta seems to be open. And we will see what we can do later. Ambush is a thing that I think in the game. I don't think so. Like in a sense of a total war ambush, no, I don't think you can have that ambush. Unfortunately, we're gonna have printing press, and we're gonna have maybe stable. Let me check the production real quick. Haven't seen it in a while. We have a lot of stuff here. The Pennsylvania rifle is there big time. Spanish 55s as well. 20,000 brown besses. we're kind of struggling with Charleville 66 and Dragoon Carbine 57s, but I think that we're gonna improve that field as well. I think that our iron production is struggling. We used to have like 200, but we will see. Usually at the end of the week, you get renewed iron. Let me go to market. And I'm going to go to resources. We're going to go to wood. I would like to have like 200. Just like that. We'll have to do horses. Yeah, we have a lot of horses as well. But we have no idea how many horses we're capturing. Let me check. Again. About 95,000 per week we're getting from the market. Financing is 53,000, so it's speaking up the pace. And taxes are about 5,000. Naval engagement of Barbados. Naval engagement between the French and British fleets of Barbados, where the French managed to repel the British and secure control of the region. This will force the British Navy to send ships to the West Indies and weaken their fleet off our coast. They're gonna lose frigate, surprise and brig. Okay. Yeah, I think that Native American campaign would be so cool for this game. But you're gonna need to introduce new mechanics, and I'm not sure if they can sell it as a DLC. This is the deal. Like, how many people are gonna pay DLC to play as Native Americans? I think this is where the answer lays. Probably not gonna get it because, yeah, people are not that high on Native Americans. This is the biggest deal. We can go to, pardon me, to Fort St. Augustine. Yeah, let's try to do that slowly. Or maybe we do not really need everybody. Maybe only you guys can go. Let's try to replenish. We're gonna go to Savannah, and what is the situation with Garrison? We're not maxed out yet, so we have some time. Let's speed it up. In this game, it's all about the money. Like, in any game, basically. So, if you can sell additional content, additional DLCs, they're gonna make it. If they think they cannot sell it, then probably not gonna see it, unfortunately. Let's do some additional construction. If we do not finish campaign today, and I don't think we can, we're probably gonna finish campaign on Friday. So if you guys are free on Friday evening, Central European time, we can maybe finish the campaign together. Armory. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Armory here. Grain mill, sure. Maybe a school just for fun. Blacksmith. Weaver shop. Horse pasture. Town hall. Let me check. Every party needs a proper... Oh, pooper. Oh. Every party needs a pooper. That is why they invited you. Party pooper, party pooper. No, I think he's thinking of me. Because I said that there will be no American campaign. Native American campaign. But if we have no British to fight, we can always be fighting the Native Americans. is our morale so low? Okay, it would be embarrassing if we lost this fight. Yeah, let's try to charge in and maybe take this one. This is somewhere where my previous campaign broke. Around Fort St. Augustine, I remember. No, just go back, guys, and capture it. And we're gonna send some of these guys back. Try to capture that fort. We have Fort St. Marcus here as well. Let me also check again. We're very close to initiating any kind of conflict with the natives. These guys are 92, so we can maybe go to 100 next turn, and we could also work with the Iroquois Confederation. We can maybe get into war with them as well. It would be fun to see. But I think if we bring our mortars, we're gonna have an easy time. We're gonna be paying for this. Can we get a construction officer? Thank you very much. We have to wait one more day, and we're gonna try to upgrade this stockade into a fort. And then we're gonna start building some other stuff as well. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna exchange the officers because 1,000 is nothing for us right now. I feel I'm rich as Donald Trump, so I don't really need anything else. And we're gonna go for what exactly? Blacksmith. Our guys are taking a beating here. You guys gonna get into a fort, and we're gonna provide you with some assistance. We're gonna send General Washington down south with the supply regiment, and we're gonna get some cav out there. DLC separate from main game. You play as the Native Americans testing diplomacy mechanics and stealth ambush mechanics, so their next game can have a close war series. Yeah, but the thing is, this company is rather small. The team working on this game is also small, and if you have an option to already build up on the existing mechanics by having European theater at this time of French Revolution and Napoleonic Wars, why would you go into like a native setting? I don't know. Like, I would like to see it, and I would definitely pay to play it because I really like the game. But this is I think there are no debuffs for having this one. This is just a corvette, so not a great ship. But we're gonna have to find it, and we're gonna keep it. You know, why not? Okay, our natives are recovering, which is a great thing to see. You guys gonna go there? You gonna go to Fort St. Marcus? Probably.
Keep moving.
And what I hate here is that I cannot tell, like, what is this tribe? If you cannot visually recognize them, let me check. Control map. I think that this is something that should tell us. Gonna go way down south. Are these guys our allies? Well, let me check. Foreign relations. Yeah. This should be Creek tribes. They should be our allies. I think so, though. Let me check once again. Difficult for me to recognize their maps. Their flags. Yeah. We slowly gonna be moving here.
Regroup here.
It's November, technically speaking, winter season. I'm not sure how bad is the attrition here. Income. Yeah, we're not gonna get into trouble with France. Sometimes, guys, you can get into war. I remember some people telling me about potential war with France. Or Spain, or like... So you have to be very careful with your diplomacy. Cherokee. 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 Okay, I hope I'm getting it right. Cherokee.
Hold the line.
Where's our cav? Oh. Yeah. Just gonna have them as a support, or maybe they're not necessary. They can go here. We have plenty of time until 91 to take pretty much all the settlements and even maybe fight some natives in the end.
Flank them.
Are they gonna flee, or can we get a proper fight? I think they're gonna flee. That sucks. Let's speed it up. There's a war. You just go back.
Aim true.
The flag looks almost Norwegian for the Creek tribe. Yeah, they are like old Norwegians that fled Norway. And they're like pale-skinned Native Americans. What should we build here? Let's again. Natives should be hating us more and more as we are taking more British forts. They're on like periphery of the native territory. They should be hating us more, as I said before. I don't think we should be spending reputation on anything here. It's completely okay. Construction management, we can look for it. Again, gonna get really, really laggy here, but we have to do it. On this side, we're gonna go for enough supplies. Let's get some additional mines. North Carolina. Maybe we can go with a factory. We can always increase our production. We have a lot of mines, so I think we can sustain insane production levels. What happens when you change the artillery training level? I talked a little bit about it before. I never made it work properly, so we can actually play a little bit with it today. But I think we need to stop selling ammunition for that to happen. Let me check. We need to expand on ammo. Let's go to actual goods, and we're gonna go to ammo, and we're gonna turn this off, and we're gonna go to production management. I hate when I see this kind of a glitch. Oh, we're going way too fast. We're not gonna break our company here. Our brigade, pardon me. We're gonna just send some additional troops. These guys gonna go there, and these guys gonna just switch to Fort St. Marcus. Let me check. If we go here to headquarters, and if we go to training level, you can see how much ammo will be spent a day. There is no way we can pay for this one, but we can go for this, and maybe we can go to production management and just double down on ammo production. We can get rid of Pennsylvania rifle. I think that we have way more than we need, and we're gonna go to... I suck. Let's go to supply and ammo. We're gonna go for continuous production, and again, supply, ammo, continuous production. 8 per day. We're gonna get a lot of them, but let's see what will happen a bit later, if it's gonna work or not. And I think we're gonna be moving with these guys. A faction with British Navy sympathetic to the Patriot cause. Okay. Protect for St. Marcus. I think that we should be able to do that. I think there is another fort here. Should we go for it? It's a big deal. That fort is really far away. Yeah, it's really far away. In case of the war, I'm not sure if we can actually keep it or not. Let me check with troops. Is everything okay? Like, how can we see if the training is actually happening or not? Yeah, we're definitely paying for it. So let's wait another day and see if anything changed. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's actually working now. But might not be working for everybody. Okay. Not enough ammunition to train unit, but it's 19 ammo here. Really? They should add the way to invade the UK. Invasion of UK. So we can actually find that Leicester in the UK and take it down. That would be funny. Funny as hell. Look at this one. Not enough ammo. Okay, these guys are being trained. That is kind of interesting. So we are slowly conducting some training. These guys are coming in. And as I said before, I need more militia. The problem is we cannot really recruit any serious regiments. I'm going to be looking for the worst stats guy for my militia. And this is what I also recommend you guys to do. I'm gonna give them 6-pounders. Not the winter. What's wrong with the winter season? Stamina efficiency? Yeah, willpower for these guys. We're basically gonna see how bad it can get. We gotta move you guys. Whenever I hear that sound, I know that my supply regiment is caught somewhere. Or maybe George Washington is caught. He's like moving so slow. Three days left. And we're upgrading this fort. Excellent. From a stockade to a fort. And we should be getting that fortress, actually. Oh, it's 67 days. What's happening with our reputation? Again, foreign relations. Yep, I think we can initiate a war with those guys. We're paying to fight a war. Just because British are not... you can see, yeah, it's kind of glitching out here. You can see that British are not really presenting any kind of threat, but... Let me check. Again, we gotta check the control map. I just want to make sure that these are... not the natives we're about to declare war on. Georgia, we're very down south. Yeah, these should be our allies. We should be okay. Let's see where their territory ends. These are Miamis, I guess. And if we go, this is Iroquois Confederation. Yeah, we might lose some troops because of our exposed forts, but it doesn't matter. We're here to have some fun in the end and see a proper fight with the natives.
Through.
And we're just gonna check the level of attrition in this area. And sometimes difficult to tell, but I think we are losing less and less men than if we were in the north. I'm pretty sure it's a thing. Usually in the north you quickly lose men, even when you're just trying to form a brigade or something. Like, you can visually see how many men you're losing. I think we are losing a couple of men every day. In Savannah. How about here? Not enough ammo to train those guys. Interesting that these guys are not being trained. Charlestown is kind of okay. We're gonna do some additional construction, armory, and a warehouse. Just gonna do some things that we could potentially benefit from. And because we have pretty much unlimited resources by this time, it doesn't really matter what we build.
Keep moving.
We're just gonna be patient.
Hold the line.
Come on, just a little bit more. I'm not sure. Next time I play on hard difficulty, I'm not sure if this will be campaign or this should be like a live stream. I'll have to decide. But I'm expecting the British campaign to come up relatively soon. So I would like that to be a campaign, and maybe we could live stream campaign on hard difficulty. I don't know. Will be interesting. What do you guys think? Would you like to see more of separate episodes for hard difficulty, or would you like to have a live stream? With separate episodes, like, it would be easier for me to concentrate. This is one thing. The second thing is the quality would be better visually. The third thing is that you're gonna skip the boring parts. But on hard difficulty, I don't think there will be boring parts because of enemy numbers. This is a big difference. Like, if you can... not enough provisions? I don't think we're gonna suffer from lack of provisions, to be honest. It shouldn't be the case. Like... Come on. Okay. What do you guys think? Can I drop a pool? Give me a second. I'm gonna try to do that. Engage with your audience. Start pool. Yeah, you guys can kind of vote here. What should be the next stream? Naval battle. We do have some ships. I don't think we sold any of them. Maybe we can, for the next stream, for the final stream, I think we can have a proper naval battle, but we need some production then of ships. Let me check ships. What are the best ships we can get? This one. Fourth rate US class heavy frigate. This should be the biggest ship we can produce. Can we get like 5 of them? 10 days. Yeah, you guys should have a pool, and you can kind of vote on it. Let's expand this one. We're gonna expand this one as well. So probably on Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure. We're gonna have what should be probably the final stream, and this is maybe when we can have some naval battles. In the end, we're gonna try to push back the Royal Navy. And how many production points do we have for? It's 15. You know what, guys? We can actually pay for more. Production 32. Okay. Headquarters cut 2. Ships. We're not gonna stop until we have 10. And now we should have double the production. I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough textiles. Let me go to market, and we're gonna go to goods. We're gonna stop selling them. We're gonna actually make sure we have a few hundred. I don't know, like what would be the sufficient number? I think this one should be okay. Just want to make sure that we have sufficient numbers. It will not affect our economy just because we have so much money. It's a good ship and nice to board with. Frontier War. I think it's time to fall back with these guys. We're gonna go there. We're gonna actually join an army and see if we'll have any kind of effect on the way our troops move. And as we said, you guys, Madison, your job would be to take this fort and seize the control over it. We can do some additional construction in Savannah. Again, armory and a warehouse. For as long as possible. As I said, we have so many provisions. Let me check. Yeah, it's never going to be a problem. After some time, as you start to invest in your food production, provisions are not really a problem. How about here? I don't think we're going to be paying for it. Agriculture infrastructure, new burn. I don't even remember this being a task, but we did it. We did it. Warehouse. Warehouse will allow us to train our guys as well. What should we go for? What should we go for? Counter sabotage. Yeah, let's go for this one. We also need to produce cannons for the ships. So this is another deal. That should not be very difficult. Our troops are being trained as we speak, though. I can see by missing ammunition. Can we train these guys? New Haven, these guys cannot be trained. I'm not sure where they kind of draw the line. In New Haven, maybe we can build a dock. We can spend some of our hard-earned money on docks. Again, You said naval combat requires tactics. Don't broadside exchange with the bigger ship. Stay behind the or front. Weaken and board. If you cripple, morale boarding is easier. During winter time, I let the land force rest for the most part and go pirate instead. Interesting tactics. And this is why this is such a good deal, because you guys pick up something from me and I can pick up something from you as well. Let's expand our production capacity, and we can go for stables because we can sell more horses for more money. These guys being trained, like, can we train? I think that we should be able to train these guys. Yeah, we are. But what I cannot understand is, like, when are they gonna get upgraded? Let me check. Quartermaster Chief. How about with this guy? This one is really good. Unit provision and unit ammunition. Plus 20%. This is really cool considering that we're gonna be fighting with a lot of natives. We have bounty that is very low. Come on, like, show me. And how about salary? Salary is okay. Not a big deal. Luggy.
Hold the line.
Oh, come on. We need to wait.
Victory or death.
Let's upgrade this one. We're gonna go for a printing press, and we're gonna go for blacksmith. And we're gonna get you guys there, I think. And I hope that that regiment that we tried to hire before is there. Yep. Militia. You, my friend, you're gonna go to Fort St. Marcus. It's also maybe a good time to inspect some of our doctrines that we have. Usually late game is a really good thing for that. Colonies management. Let me check. What could we do with our colonies? South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Baltimore, Delaware. Philly should be in our hands. Maybe only one province is not. Provision doctrines. We go for propaganda. Let's go to some southern colonies. Usually we are having troubles with loyalty. Let's go for, yeah, propaganda. It's very expensive. It's 6,500. But it says, yeah, let's see. I never use this one just because of how outrageous it is. Let me check. Fountain wrote, my tactic is to have enough ships, not necessarily big battleship, but to have enough crews so that I can send a reinforcement during a boarding attack. That's cool. The thing is that when you have a navy, you kind of need to share officers, in a sense. Also, you need to share specialists and men. This can be a big problem early on in the game. So I don't think navy is viable early on, but a bit later, for sure. You can pull it off. With this construction, we're gonna build this one, and we're gonna go for a stable. Last week loyalty change 2.5. Interesting. So how do we see... this is Doctrine, sorry. This is Georgia. South Carolina. But when can we see the Doctrine affecting the region? Did we do it in South Carolina or North Carolina? The thing is, I cannot tell. British capture of St. Lucia. British forces captured the Caribbean island of St. Lucia from the French, gaining a control valuable sugar-producing colony. This will force the French to reduce our support and withdraw some of their troops and fleet. So this would be -2. Okay. But I'm interested in Doctrine, if the Doctrine is actually working or not. Am I missing something? Maybe we need to wait until the... Oh. Coordinated slave uprising. Enslaved individuals... I like how they call them enslaved individuals. Like... Wait, no, just say like enslaved men or people. Inspired by the ideas of freedom, stage a coordinated uprising in the southern colonies, creating a new front in Revolutionary War and challenging both British and Patriot forces. Construct a mining infrastructure. It's not really a big deal here. We can go with stable. And we're going to upgrade this one. We're going to go for a blacksmith and a capital. North Carolina. Doctrine, here it is. So you kind of have to wait for a week, but then you can see the results of a doctrine. Let's do the same thing in the South Carolina and Georgia. Production. What's happening with our ships? Oh, we are getting some ships. And when it comes to foreign relations, let me check. Very close. Very close to kind of start a war here. With Iroquois, I think that we gotta also try to do that. We're gonna try to have a lot of fun with the natives. If we are not challenged by the British, we're gonna try to be challenged by other folks. Let me check. New York, Georgia. We cannot introduce the doctrine. Just because the enemies are controlling the vast majority of the regions in the colony. But South Carolina, we can do that. Let's go for this one. But look at this one. We can get so many more provisions per week. The thing is, we don't really need provisions. We can go to propaganda. And this one is much cheaper. Maybe because we do not hold as many regions in this colony. Do you guys use doctrines? I usually use them for mining, or the most I use for basically provisions. If I'm lacking provisions. Let me check this one. We could also go for 6-pounders and 12-pounders, but I don't think it makes any sense, to be honest. We're going to go for Ordnance Laboratory here because it will increase our gun production, production overall, and the mining cost will go down. Let me just check the mining cost real quick. We had colonies management, and we can check maybe New York. Where is New York? I think this is our biggest colony. We are paying how much? 1600 for the mining purposes. But look what we get from the colony. That's a lot. Almost 100 construction material just from New York. 37 wood, 5.1 copper, 75 fur, times 280. So you do the calculation how much money we're making here. But yeah, I think it's quite a lot. And we're going to go to production, and we're going to stop production of some of these things. I think the brown best is being overly produced. We are losing a lot of ammo because we're paying for those upgrades. For training, pardon me, not upgrades. Charlottesville should be produced, I feel like. We have... let's go to cannons. We can only get 6-pounders as of now. Like, where are we with headquarters? Can we get a better guy here? Very interesting that we cannot get a good chief of navy. Maybe I use some of the naval officers for other stuff. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, we're researching 18-pounders. So we're gonna have to be happy with what we have. Cannons, and as we said... Hey, did we, like... Only 6-pounders? Nothing else? I need to check again. I'm dumb. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah. 6-pounders. We did not research 9-pounders. But if we're gonna invade enemy and board enemy ships, I don't think it matters that much. In the end. Haha. We have to do it. Let's go for 6-pounders. And how many cannons do we need for a ship? Have no idea. I'm gonna type 100. And we will see. We can also go to market and let's see if I sold some of the cannons. 9-pounders, 58. 6-pounders, 54. We'll see. Connecticut, we have to pay for it. And what the hell is happening with these guys here? Are they stuck? Yeah, we're gonna lose a lot of men. Due to attrition. Yay, we're there. We're in position. We're gonna have, what exactly? Supply regiment is just flying here. Oh, no, no, no. We're gonna get things worse. And we're gonna go to Savannah, I think. We need to replenish our losses. And because Savannah is a relatively big city, we can also have recruits. Okay, there is a war. Harsh winter drought. But which Salem? There are 2 Salems on this map. We're gonna move some of you guys. Okay. This is Stark. This is these are Indiana, Radovan, and Thor and Paul. Yeah. Well, we're gonna try to replenish Chris, Mr. RJB. Yeah, this is myself and Mr. Max. Let's start a party with these guys. Okay, we should be in a better spot here. And then because we are about to start a war with Native Americans, I think that we should be pulling some of our troops to some of these forts here. We can build printing press. Why not? We can get a stable. Harkamer can also go for a stable. Stamford. What do we do with you? Maybe armory? Yeah, I believe that soon we're gonna get into a war with the natives, so we're just gonna shift some of our guys. Pardon me, guys. I'm losing my voice slightly. Armory and warehouse should go there. In Russell, we can work on this one. Loyalty is so bad. In Montreal, we have a lot of stuff. We might find ourselves in trouble here as well. In Limit in particular, we're gonna do stuff like that. What's happening in Boston? Yeah, casualties are taking its toll on Boston loyalty as well. Let me check Hartford. It's recovering. It was terrible. It was like 7 or 8 at some point. But the workforce will never recover, unfortunately. How about these forts? We should be reinforcing them. Yeah, I think that the reason for lagging is basically battles that are happening everywhere on the map. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that this is the reason for the lags. We have some guys in Fort Pitt. We're gonna go for, I guess, this one. Blacksmith. Niagara, we have a lot of men. We have to pay for this one. Stables and armory, I would say. I'm not sure how you guys feel about taxation buildings. I don't think they're worth it, to be honest. Are you guys there? Yeah, we should be in this fort. I would like to see some more men in Saratoga and Ticonderoga, because these are our main forts. So I'm just gonna leave garrison with these guys, and we're gonna go down south just to take some of these forts. We do not want to allow the enemies to take them for free. That would be a very dumb thing for us to do. Can we get additional regiment here? We're gonna get an infantry regiment. I had to do this, so... What if we go for skirmishers here, and we're gonna give you... What exactly? Pennsylvania rifle. Motor company, we're gonna give you 13-inch mortars. Okay, finally we can get some guards. Let's do that. And let's switch the weapons for them. Brown Bass. Brown Bass as well. And this is a very, very capable willpower stamina. I'm gonna do the same for our guys in the south. Let me check. We're gonna properly employ some of our guard units. Well, where are we? These guys, we're gonna do that. Okay, we have to do this one. Skirmishers. Pennsylvania. But what? It's so strange. Let's get to mortars. And we're going to give them also Brown Best 69s. And finally, we're going to get some guards. But this is quite annoying. Having to play it like this. Let's go to Pennsylvania. Yeah, we're gonna go to get some actual mortars. And we're gonna give you Brown Besses and then guards. Oh, okay, recruits. We should just be able to replenish quickly because of this situation. But yeah, it's kind of an annoying thing to do. Let's just go for skirmishers, artillery. We're gonna give them 8-inch howitzers. It doesn't matter with the guns. We're gonna replenish them a bit later. And we're gonna give you guards companies. The same way with these guys. Let's apply. Go for skirmishers. Go for mortars. And go for guards. And now I think we can finally check everything. No, I made a mistake. Pennsylvania. Brown Bess, and of course, Brown Bess. I just want to make sure that our, elites here will have an easy time. Skirmishers. Mortars, 13-inch. Guards as well. Sorry if this is a bit tedious or boring. Just want to have a proper army. That's my motivation here. Nothing else. Damn it. With these guys, we're gonna turn this off, and we're gonna go again. Skirms, apply. Maybe howitzers. We can go for 8-inch howitzer. Once again, let's check. Pennsylvania rifle, brown bess, and brown bess. Let's apply. How about here? Pennsylvania. We did not switch this. Really? I suck. No, it's okay, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Did I mess up this one? How did I do this one? Boy, oh boy. My brain is not really working. Let's apply and guards. Let's apply. Let me check again. Okay, now it's better. Pennsylvania and brown bess. We're gonna go for this one. Well, I think we did it now. We're gonna have to wait for these guys to recover a little bit. But let me check the pool, though. Can I see? Yeah, might be a bit difficult to decide, but we will see. Anyways, guys, I'm getting a little bit tired. It's almost 11 p.m. here in Europe, and we have plenty of things to do a bit later. So I think I'm gonna end up the stream here. We are producing ships for the first time, actually, this stream. If we go to production management, next time I promise you guys that we're gonna have a proper navy, and we're producing naval guns as well. What else? We have pretty much all the guns that we need to have, like muskets, Charleston 66. We have Spanish 55s. We have Pennsylvania rifle for our skirmishers. We are in good relations. We have 8,000 Frenchmen on our soil. We have 4,000 Spanish. And we're going to be having a lot of interesting situations. Next time, we're going to be fighting natives. Probably we're going to try to provoke the living shit out of them and then kick the living shit out of them. But yeah, we're going to have some naval battles and we should have some... native battles. That's the deal here. We can get with war, in war with them. It will be really, really cool. And yeah, if you have any questions and you did not manage to ask them during the stream, guys, feel free to ask them after the stream is over in the chat. You still have a poll, so you can kind of vote to see if you want to have a next stream with the British campaign, or should the next stream be about American hard campaign. That's pretty much it. British landings in Savannah. Okay, this will be something to fight the next time. But guys, as I said before, I'm a little bit tired, and I think the number of people in the stream also dropped. We were maybe around 20, so now we're below 10. I'm gonna call it a day. I hope you had some fun. I hope you learned something. As I said, whenever you have any issues with the game, let me know your opinions about the game as well. If you have any pieces of advice for me as well, bring it up. Any questions, I'm gonna answer it as soon as possible. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye for now. Take care.